Hi, good day, everyone. Kindly confirm if you can hear my voice from the chat box. Sorry for the delay in our class. It was due to some technical issue. So, are we together? Kindly drop your message and where you're watching from. If you can hear me, just drop a message on the chat box. So, welcome to today's section. Uh, I would like you to drop your message. Let me see you, where you're watching from, and what are you expecting in today's class. My name is Afiz Babatunde, and I will be your facilitator for this class. I believe. Oh, okay, good. I'm seeing someone. So just let me know where you're watching from and what are you expecting in today's class. And I believe if you're a beginner, if you're a pro in Microsoft Power BI before, I think no matter how your level in using Microsoft Power BI for analytics, we are also going to learn together. Kindly let me know your concern if you are having any issue, if you are kind of, let me say, you are lost in whatever I'm doing. Oh, but in today's class, let me share my screen with you guys. I'm going to show you what you are going to learn how to build with Microsoft Power BI. It's very simple to use, and it's one of the most used visualization tool in the whole world in technology as of today. So let me quickly show you what we are going to be creating in today's class. Let me do this. If you can see my screen from your hand, say hi in your chat box, and I would like to see if you are seeing my screen. Okay, if you can see my screen, this is a typical HR dashboard, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to build using different techniques, using different way. You might know how to design your dashboard, you might know uh, how to analyze your report, but if you can't give it to people, if you can't impress people with your report, it will kind of people when people see it, they will kind of they will not even look at the number before anything, but what they will say is like, oh, maybe the report is not attractive, is not kind of, you know. So this is exactly what you will be creating today. So if you are ready, let me say I'm ready to learn how to build this. So thank you guys. Okay, I think I have someone on the call too. Okay. So guys, are we ready? Are we ready? Okay. Without wasting much of your time, without kind of, let me give you an introductory aspect to what we use Microsoft Power BI to do, and also if you have any question, just drop it on the chat box. I'm going to respond to it. Okay, let's do this. Before I move forward, let me share my screen. Let me share my PowerPoint slide. If you can see this, so I'm going to share. Okay, let me present this in presentation mode. So can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, in today's class, I have my course outline listed, which is for complete Power BI learning part, if you want to learn from the beginning, from number 1 to the number 13, it will take much of your time, it will take much of your let me say, it will consume much of your energy. You have to practice, you have to do a lot of things, you understand. So getting started with Microsoft data analytics, getting your data into Power BI, and so many things, to the extent that you will be using data analytics expression to write your formula and do some other stuff. So guys, without wasting much of our time, let me introduce myself. My name is Afiz Zakaria Babatunde. I'm from Nigeria, and if you're watching me anywhere in the whole world, I'm from Nigeria. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer, and if you are joining this YouTube channel for the first time, I want you to do something for me right now. Click on the like button, share with your friend, and let's learn together. Also, if you have any comment and let's see. So okay, if you want to join me on my Twitter, is my Twitter handle. If you want to join me on my LinkedIn connect, you can connect me on LinkedIn, or you visit my website, or you can also send me an email via info@afizbabatunde.com. So those are my social media link. You can actually connect me, ask a question, anything about data analytics, and I will be ready to answer your questions. So okay, let me minimize this myself, so that you should be able to see me clearly. Sorry for this. Let me do this, or let me take it up, let me take it somewhere else, let me take it up. Okay, good. So let's introduce ourselves to what so-called Power BI. Power BI is nothing than a tool using to analyze our data and visualize it. Is a tool that allow you to get your data prepared, take it to Power Query, and prepare your data, clean your data from the process of what? Extracting, transforming, and then load your data into what? Load your data into your normal data model. Okay, in Microsoft we have a learning part called the 100, which is what? Analyzing data with Power BI, and that's what I will be taking you through right now. Let's introduce ourselves to this before we start practical, in case you are learning for the first time, or you are hearing something called Power BI for data analytics. Most of us, we have been seeing online, use Python for data science, use Tableau, use R for data analysis, SPSS, MATLAB. Those are the things we normally hear, maybe when we're in school and some other places, But in today's class, try to get in touch with Microsoft using like data analytics tools, which is what? Microsoft Power BI. So most of us use Microsoft Excel before to do some calculation. If you have never used Excel before, no issue, you are good. So yeah, let me do this. So as an analyst, these are the roles, these are your roles. Maybe when you get yourself, like, okay, you apply as an analyst in any company, these are what expected of you to do in your company. If you can see my screen, you enable the business to maximize the value of their data assets using what? Microsoft Power BI, responsible for designing and building scalable model, cleaning of and transforming data, and enable advanced analytics. After all this, you collaborate with the stakeholder, like whatever you find is the pattern you derive from the data. You will do what? You kind of pass it to your boss or your management within your company. Okay, let's take it forward and let's do this. So Microsoft Power BI is tool that we are going to be using in what? In learning our data analytics in this class. Okay. If you are just joining us, I would like you to do something for us. Just like the video, share with your friend, let them join us, let them come and learn new thing. Okay, let's continue. What is what? What is Power BI? You know, in most cases in your business environment, you gather information from different sources. Or if you're within a company that is using database, we do what? You gather information from maybe you have your database, different database. You have SQL Server, you have Oracle database, you have MySQL, or any type of, or you are using MongoDB to host your software online to gather information. You can easily connect your Power BI after the installation of Power BI on your system. The process of installation I'll guide you through after walking you through this slide. You gather information from where? From your business. You can easily use Power BI to connect to any type of data source across the whole world, like anywhere, anywhere your data is, you can connect your Power BI to it and do what? And start your analysis. So, okay, we have data analysis is telling a story with data, and we have different category: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and predictive cognitive analysis. These are the aspects you do what you can easily focus on while trying to analyze your data. These are the roles in data. So you can be an analyst, engineer, data scientist, and database administrator. So, and now data analyst, you prepare your data, you do what? You model, you visualize, you analyze, and manage your data. Make sure you can use Power BI to do this. Sorry. So let's get started with Power BI. Power BI is just a collection of software services and app and connectors. You can use Power BI to connect to any kind of data source. As you can see in my screen, you see we have different source of information, and we have Power BI at the middle, acting as a middleman and sending all this data, presenting it in this format. You get it? It's type of kind of software that connect to any data source. After connecting to any data source, and when you make use of your Power BI very well, you can use it to visualize your data. As you are seeing the end result at the right hand side. So let me go forward. After preparing your data, after preparing your report within your Power BI, we have 3 steps. Like for instance, what you are seeing on my screen, I have Power BI desktop, I have Power BI service, and I have Power BI mobile. So using Power BI desktop, you can download it, go to your Microsoft Store. I'll show you how to do that. Go to Microsoft Store on your system. If you are using Windows, if you are using MacBook, you can also go to your apps download, and then kind of search for Power BI and download your Power BI desktop on your system. After the installation, the first step here, the Power BI desktop is telling us like you can create your report for free without being online. You can create your report, so like at any time. Then send it to where? Send it to Power BI service. Send this to your Power BI service. You understand? After sending this to your Power BI service, you do what? You can easily create anything, manage it from your Power BI service, which is online service, a software as a service which you can use online. You can also get Power BI on your mobile, like have a desktop your app on your system, and then you do what? You can easily uh, check your report on the go. That's the essence of you using your Power BI mobile. Okay. um how to build all this, and all this is just normal thing that you all understand when we start practical now. So okay, let me close all this story. Let's focus on how can we get started with Power BI. If you are with me, just let me know. Can you see my screen? I want to start with how you can download your Power BI desktop on your system. Are we together? Hello. Okay, let's do this. How, for me, if I want to start downloading Power BI on my system, what do I need to do? I'm going to go to my Microsoft Store. After going to my Microsoft Store, I will click this is it. I'm having it on my desktop on your taskbar. You can easily click on it. Click on your Microsoft Store. So when you click on your Microsoft Store, after loading, you search for Power BI desktop. Power BI desktop. So, and this is it. So just for you to install it on your system, you install this on your system. After the installation, you should be able to see something. Okay, let's see it. Let's wait for it. So can you see it? And you can launch your Power BI after the installation. After the installation, you can launch your Power BI. Let's see. So okay, I'm launching my Power BI. If you are launching it for the first time, it might take a little, maybe like 2 to 3 minutes, depends on how fast your system is. So let's check it out. So okay, can you see? So if you are joining for the first time, if you open Power BI desktop on your system for the first time, it will ask you to log in. If you have account, you can go to microsoft.com to register an account, but it will always ask for your organization account. If you don't have organization account, just try to find a way around it, how to have official email. When you have your official email, you can use it to log into Power BI. So if you want to use Power BI service, so it will require you to register with official account, maybe corporate account. You understand, like your company account, or if you are not working in a company, if you are a student, you can register with a student account. So if you have student account, so, and let's do this. If you are Today, we are saying that we are going to build something like this. Okay, let me open this. I want to open my document. Let me open the report. Where is it? I have HR and this is it. Let me open it. So if you can see, this is exactly what we are going to be building today. We are going to use Power BI to create exactly uh, this type of dashboard. So you might be wondering like, okay, oh, this kind of, maybe I don't know, it might look different to what I've been saying before, but this is how you can present your data. This is how you can tell story with your data for everybody to understand that, oh, you're actually doing a great job. So if you can see my screen right now, this is exactly what I want to walk you through on how to create. Okay, so I think my system is still loading. Okay, perfect, still loading. This is my dashboard. Let me do this. Okay, I don't know why it's taking long for this system to load it, but let me quickly do this. Let me drag this down and put my camera. Okay, so this our report and this is what we are going to. I can't just come up with this without having a data source for it. So I have to get my data from a reliable, maybe I have a raw file, I have, uh, let me say, I have where my data is residing. So I have to do what? Go and pick it, get the data from me, from my data source, and then take it to my Power BI. So, okay, let's replicate what we have on my screen. If you are ready, okay, let's do this together. If you have any concern, let me know. So if you are still watching, well done. If you haven't liked this video, help me to click on like button and let other see what we are doing. Okay, let me do let me create new document, and do Control N. Control N. Okay, I don't know why it's taking. Okay, someone is asking, if you are not a student, how do you sign in? So just look around a way how to generate a, probably you can use a subdomain. You can try to get a subdomain and then create an account using that subdomain. Just something, it won't cost you anything. Just look around online how you can generate, or even on Microsoft platform, there's a way you can create accounts that we have temporarily. They give you temporary account such as something dot on Microsoft.com, so you can do that. Okay, okay, let's create new and get data. So if you want to start for the first, click on get data, click on this get data. But I have my raw file in Microsoft Excel saved as a Microsoft workbook. I have my file like somewhere on my system. So let's go and check that file. I think I'm having the file somewhere here. So I don't know where's my data source. Okay, I think this is my data source. Can you see it? I have my data source. Let me click open. let's check it before we take it to Power BI. Let's see how it looks like before we can even say we are taking it to Power BI. Okay, let's take it to Power BI. Let's take it to Power BI. Okay, this is our Microsoft Excel workbook. Can you see I have different sheets? I have my employee worksheet, I have age group, I have pay type, I have department, I have education. Those are the kind of table I have within my Microsoft Excel. Now I'm taking this workbook to Microsoft Power BI. If I take it to my Power BI, I need to do what? To transform it and kind of do some analysis, take it to my dashboard, and then take it to my Canva data model, and then do my data visualization. Okay, let's go again. Let me do this. Okay, you have to close it first because it won't, why still have your workbook open if you are trying to take your data to Power Query, it's not refresh. So you just have to close your data source, which happen to be on my Microsoft Excel. So okay, let me do this. Let me pick my data source, which is this, from my Power BI. Click on get data. When you click on get data, it will prompt you to select your data source. Okay, so this is coming up. It's coming up. Check it out. I don't know why it's to okay, can you see it? So it's asking me to select my data source. So you have different type of data source here, but the one we have to use this afternoon, or I don't know what time is it at your hand. So just but currently in Nigeria this we are almost 4 p.m., which is what we are still in the afternoon. So I'm taking from Microsoft Excel, and then you click on connect. After click on connect, you pick your HR data. So I'm having my HR data here. You can click. If you need this data source for practice, I will drop it later. So you can chat us via our social media platform. So I have my HR data here. So can you see all tables that I have within my workbook will actually come up like this. So, and I'll have to select which one do I have interest in, which one do I actually want to analyze. So let me pick it. Let me pick that. I need my age group. I need department. Most tutorial you might be seeing online, people do use a flattened table. That is just like a single table within a Microsoft Excel to just create simple visualization. But in some cases you need if you are facing a big project, all your data cannot be within a single table. It won't be a flat file again. It will not be, you'll be talking to different type of table. You connect your data Power BI to different table. So we have employee, we have education, we have ethnicity, we have pay type, we have position of each employee within the company. So let's get all this. All this one is they are just replication. So I can do what? I will click on transform now. any transform. If you can see my screen, let me know. If you're having any issue, just let me know. Okay, so I've taken my data to where? To my Power BI. So which will take me to where? To Power Query. Can you see? Here is my Power Query. So I can easily do what? I can, sorry, I'm trying to train you. Okay, so I'm having department. I can easily rename this. I don't know why I'm having number after them, so I can do this. I can also do this to rename all the table. You can double click or you right click and click on rename to rename your table, and then you do some so you can check all your table whether there's any error by using page column quality. So we check that now. Let's rename this and let me do this too. Okay, so after having all this, I need to do what? I need to focus on these tables. Is there anything relating them together? And if there's no error checking all these tables, if I don't have any calculation to perform here, what I need to do is what? I just need to take this data to where? To our Power BI data model. So what you need to do is just come to this home tab, under close and apply, click close and apply. Can you tell me what you are seeing on your screen? Can you see my screen clearly? I don't know if my network is lagging or we are still on the same page. So can you see my screen? Okay, so the data has been successfully loaded to my to my Canva, to my Power BI from Power Query. So we still look at the functionality of Power Query. We have a lot of things to learn in Power Query. So that's where you can clean your data, especially when the data you're getting is not clean. So you need to get it to Power Query, clean it one after the other, and it will help you to record all the steps that you use to clean your data in case of next time. So I have all my data here. We have different table, we have age group, and also we have department. So and all these tables we have them here now. So let me go to my data model. Can you see this? My data model. This is where I can relate my tables together. I can do different manipulation here. So I can have all my table like this. Can you see it? So this is my pay type ID. The relationship, what you are seeing here is like we are creating a relationship between the main table, the fact table, and other tables. So I can also connect this one, pay type ID, and this, they are relating together. So I can easily do this, relate this pay type ID to this. So after creating this relationship, so out data, we are not dealing with data, or we have different our employee hire date, we have employee termination date. So maybe someone stopped working within the company, so they have to terminate the appointment. So we have two dates here. Now we need to create time intelligence. We have to create a calendar for this table and connect it to the employee table. So let's do that by doing what? Let's create table. To create this table, go to your home. Let's go to our this thing here, and let's click on new table. Can you see it? Let's create a new table. I'm still having it loading. So you give it the name that you want to give your table, but in order to create table, in order not to waste much of our time while trying to create table, let me the function to copy to create table, I will drop it on the description. You can go through it one after the other, and let me have this. Let me have this. So let me have this. Let's create our table. Let me copy that function from our old one. I don't want to waste much of our time. I have this. I created this. Okay. So I use that expression to create my table. So, and this is it. This is it. Wow. Oh, my page is blank. Let's do this again. Sorry, can you see me? So kindly confirm if you can see my screen. Sim, can you see my screen now? Kindly confirm if you can see my screen before I proceed. Everybody, can you confirm if you can see my screen? I'm waiting for your response before I proceed with this. Or is it lagging? Is my video lagging? Let me know. You can see my need to proceed with this same page. Okay, so this is the function that you are going to use to create uh, your first table, your calendar table. So after writing this, so I will drop this on maybe on my link to this tutorial on the description how you can get all this expression, but I will advise you to also go and check DAX on documentation on Microsoft platform. Thank you. So let's do this. Let's click OK and see how it generates our table. So can you see it helps me to generate my my calendar table. So it helps me to generate my calendar table. So let's just wait for it and see. So this is the calendar table. If you go back to my data model now, I will have something like this. I have something like this. So whereby I can easily connect this my date with higher date and termination date. So I can do this, this and this. And also I can do termination date and this date. But I don't want to make this relationship active, not until when I need it. You can double click it and mark this relationship as what, and check it. So we have it this way. So let's go back to our Canva. So let's start creating our dashboard, and let's create our report, how it's going to look like from our report. Then we can publish this our report to our YouTube Power BI service online. So do you have any question? So I just want to do this. Let me create one card. If you want to start your visualization, you need to pick from visuals that you are seeing here. So let me pick one. Let me pick a card. And then let me drop here. Let me drop something. Let me drop it here. Okay, let me do this. Let's go here. Let's pick one out of this. So, but let's say for instance you want to know number of staff they have at a time. So we're having different way of doing this, but we have to calculate our head count first. We need to calculate head count. After calculating the head count, you can use it to relate any other thing you want to use. So, but for me, let me do this. Let me calculate the head count. Let me say I'm having my head count. Having my head count. So let me create a new table here. Let me create a new table. I want to know number of staffs at a time. Can easily create a new table. Let's call it our calculations. Any calculation that we want to do, we do it under this table, and then we create new measure. Yes. So you don't need the background. You don't need it. The background, you don't need it. So I can use paint format from this place and put it on this. So can you see it? So under this I can do, say this one doesn't have title before, I will type head count. So the next thing to do now is let's take the terminate and total number of departments that we have. I easily do terminate. Those are the terminated their appointments. Okay, we have this. So let me do the termination. So the formula to use is very simple. So let me just take it from here straight where the termination date is less than the maximum date that we have within our date table. That's what we are going to use. So I can easily do this. Say give me another measure on this calculation. I need another measure. And the measure is going to be like this. Count employee. You are counting the employees, then use the relationship between date table and the employee table and check if the termination date is not empty. If it is not empty, then that person has been terminated. If not, still available. So I do this. I call it termination, and I will have something like this. So I can easily do this, change this from higher to what? To termination. So we have 77, and the title for this is called termination. Good. So what next? So we want to calculate the number of departments. I can easily do that again. So I can easily do this, copy and paste, and place it somewhere. So then we now want to count number of departments. Let me do title, input department, and then let's put number of department ID as our department ID. So let's drag it there under this. So that's the total number of departments that we have. So can you see it? Now let's do this. If you are just joining the class, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and in case of next time, I think today's class is a little bit somehow. The person that we're supposed to do this together, who organized the event, lost his mother in his mother-in-law this afternoon, and that is why it's not available. So I will make sure that I repeat this class for everybody to be on the same page. So now let me do this. Let me create a multi-row card. We have what we call multi-row card in our visualizations. So let me click on that to get total number of female and male that we have within our organization. So I can easily do this by doing what? Let me pick gender from employee table, employee. So let me pick that gender, and the second one I want to count, what I wanted to count is what head count under its gender. Can you see now? I can come to format, remove the category, that's the first thing, and then I can remove the background. So I can make this a little bit bold, change the font size. Can you see the manipulation I'm doing? So let me change the font size, the label, and let me do so, but I want to show this in percentage, so I can easily come to this place and say the head count to show as what percentage of grand total. Can you see it? If your video is lagging, you can log out and log in again. It will help you to mail. We are going to be on the same page. Just try to close your YouTube and open it again. So we have this, and then I can change the color of my text. I can make it bold. Okay, data label, let me make it bold. Where is it? So it's nothing serious. Can you see what I'm having here? So I can come to my what else am I having? Okay, let's see the card. Show bar. I don't need this bar, just show me the figures. So can you see what I'm having? So I was able to create the percentage in between the male and female. So the next thing to do is to fill all this. So I can easily do this. Let me bring in this and manipulate to this place. Can you see what I'm doing? I've created my template earlier, so that makes my work more faster. So what do I need to do here? Let's check our what we are trying to replicate. Okay, head count by age group. We have head count by education. So head count by education. Let me do my head count as value, and let's add people here. What are they doing? Education. Perfect. Can you see it? So we also have head count by head count by age group. So let's do that. Let me put it here. Let me do head count by age. Can do something like this. So let me drag this there, head count, which is my value, and also I have my, sorry, let me check something. Let me check. Okay, so head count by age group. Let's check our age group and drag it there. So the age group supposed to be in name. The name supposed to come up. Let's pick it. where is age group? This is it. So perfect. So we still format it, and let's also do our, let's do this. Can see what I'm doing. So what do we need here? Let's check it. Okay, head count by contract type. So we have our age head count. So let me remove this. I don't need this again. This column 1. So you can delete that one since you are not using it for anything. So delete that. Okay. So let's do age head count by contract type. Where is it? Contract type under employee. So we have something like this. Can click and then go down. You will see pay type. So under pay type, just drag it to your legend, and let's see what we have. Can you see it? So we have all this. I can simply rename this by double clicking and say contract type. So we have this. So the next thing to do, let me have something. Okay, let me have this. Let me duplicate this. Let me duplicate that and take one down. Let me take one down and let me make it contract. Instead of age group, let me make it position. Let's have employee position here and see what we have here. So can you see it? So, and the last one I'm going to do is by having my let me paste it and see what we have. Let's see by department. Let's see how many staff per each department. So can you see it? So I can now format it the way I want now. So let me format one and replicate it on others. So let me do, instead by education, by this will be by what was that, by department. Let me choose by department. So let's format it. Let me format it first. So I don't need the background, I don't need it. The title, I need it. Let me take it a little bit and call it head count by education. Let me centralize it. Let me give it color, something like this. So let me make my data bar to look like the X axis and Y axis. Do I need the title? I don't need it. I need, what else do I need? The same thing for the Y axis, X axis. I don't need the title, I don't want to see it. Then the color, for my color data bar, so we call it data bar, data color, I can easily change it to whatever I like using here. So can you see it? So with this, let me check all the axes, everything. I can use my format painter, click on it, click on format painter, do the same thing for this one. So click on the first one, the one you want to copy the formatting, and click on format painter, click here. Can you see? So I can easily do that again to replicate others. Can you see? So for this, let me change the data graph of this, the color of this, to something related to our color, like let me say data color, and pick something like this. I don't like that. Okay, let's do this. That's a little bit low. Okay, let's pick this. I think this resembles what you have up there. So let's pick this too and take our data color to be something of this nature, this and this. So you can format it anyhow you like, just know how to use the formatting functionality. Can you see? So here is our dashboard, and you can click, you can add your customization, everything. Okay, let's add slicer to it to wrap it up. Oh, sorry for that. Ctrl Z. You have to click outside, else it will change the visual that you picked before. So pick this. So click somewhere within your canvas and click your slicer, and let me add here to it. Where is it? Can you see my slicer? Let me take it here and adjust it to fit this size of the space, and let me go to my date and do what? Let me just use here. Can you see? So let me replicate this. So under here, I only want to see, I don't want to see blank. So let me replicate this formatting, and let me pick this, then put it on this. So if you click on any date here now, can you see it has effect on your dashboard? Has effect on your dashboard. So if you can create something like this and present to anybody, I believe it's way better than giving raw file. And if you have any question, so we continue. We have different things. We have employee detail, we have department, we have salary and training for the HR data. So if you have any question before we wrap it up for today, just ask your question. If you can join our social media platform, you can join us on Telegram, join us on YouTube, join us on LinkedIn. Twitter and Facebook page. We have Facebook page. So let me drop the link off for you guys. So I think I have the link here. Facebook. I'm coming. So for the Facebook page, I'm coming. Let's have this. So that's for the Facebook. That's for the Facebook, and also we have what else is that? Uh, so let's have it this way. Let me drop the link for Telegram. For the Telegram, so if you join our platform, if you join it either Telegram or the WhatsApp group, anytime we are having the class, the next class is coming up, we are going to get the notification, or even on Facebook page you are going to see the notification there. So let me drop the Telegram account for the Telegram. I'm coming. Okay, looking for that. Okay, I'm dropping that right away. So that's for WhatsApp and Telegram. So just use the link and you see. So if you need the raw file that you want to practice, you can chat, you can request for it, so I will forward it to you. So, and under the video description you can see we have our LinkedIn account and also the YouTube channel. Share the video and then see you next time. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.